Make sure your palm faces downward, don't hold it like this. Just hold it firmly. It works like a stabilizer. First, lock it in place, then use a bit of strength with your left hand. That's how I corrected mine as a kid. For hitting, and for looping. Look, when looping, apply some force. Press down the elbow so it doesn't wobble. Try to feel it. Several common mistakes in forehand drives. Do you all have these problems? The biggest issue is that the elbow needs to stay fixed. First, during your stroke. This position at the elbow. Whether you use a penhold or shakehand grip. The upper arm and forearm muscle groups here. This spot. You have to keep it firm. Look, when I generate power, see this muscle? It's engaged. If you don't use strength, your elbow will wobble. The first support point is your shoulder. It must stay firm. The shoulder moves forward, not upward. The second support point is your forearm. When the forearm retracts, the elbow should break and stop. You must stop it, then pull your arm back. If the elbow is loose, you'll end up pushing or flipping. And here comes the problem. Once the elbow pushes forward, it stops there. Try it yourself. It tightens up, see? Hold it firm. Look, when I hit, it stays stable. Otherwise, it wobbles. You might even start doubting yourself. The first ball might be fine, the second one deforms, the third is fine again, the fourth pushes, the fifth wobbles again. Every stroke is different. How can I make it consistent? Lock the shoulder. Whether it's a drive or a loop. The power point must stay supported. Once you stabilize it, then retract the arm, then pull upward or forward, the movement has become stable. Otherwise, many players feel their stroke shape changes easily because this area isn't stable enough. So the motion starts to shake. This part is loose. Let me show you a good method. I used to have this problem when I was young too. Right, because you lack strength. If possible, do some push-ups. 10%. A few sets each day for half a month will show results. Because this area is too weak. Secondly, when you swing back the paddle, your elbow should always point down to the right. If your elbow rises or points backward, that's wrong. Or if it points forward, it should basically point to the lower right. Yes, to the lower right. At this angle. No matter what position I retract the arm, it doesn't change. This area feels locked in place. Keep this motion stable. At this position, control it carefully. You must keep it under control. Let me teach you a good method. First, when you're pulling back the racket, keep it controlled. See, when the elbow starts to push forward, many people do this. Whether they push or flip, grab your arm like this. Hold the part between your upper arm and forearm, right at the elbow. When you hit, do it like this. This gives your elbow some support. When you hold it with your left hand, make sure your palm faces downward, don't hold it like this. Just hold it firmly. It works like a stabilizer. First, lock it in place. Then use a bit of strength with your left hand. That's how I corrected mine as a kid. For hitting. And for looping. Look, when looping, apply some force. Press down the elbow so it doesn't wobble. Try to feel it. Gradually reduce the strength from your left hand. After reducing it, the strength in your elbow, where the force comes from the combination of your upper arm, forearm, and elbow. When you're holding it, the force reduces by about 50%. Then the power in your arm starts to increase. At this point, my left hand isn't applying much force. Now feel this. Did your elbow move or not? If your elbow still can't stay stable, add more force with your left hand. If it's stable now, release your left hand. At this point, no matter how many shots you play, your elbow won't shake anymore. If you have any of the problems I mentioned, press down with your left hand, apply some force, and make the movement. Hold it steady, and after that, try to reduce your left hand strength, and see if the elbow starts shaking. If it still shakes, press again, hold again. Once it's stable. If your elbow acts as a power point, it must generate strength. It's not just the forearm or the upper arm giving power. If this spot is loose, it shakes. So your elbow must work together with the power of your forearm and upper arm. They must move and exert force as one unit. When you release your left hand, your elbow will stay stable. When I was young, my swing power was sideways. My coach used this exact method. The Sichuan team coach taught me this correction. Because the left hand works as a stabilizer. Once your elbow learns to exert and stabilize force, and provide support, naturally, after you fix it, it will stop and generate power right at the breaking point. At that moment, you can remove your left hand, and the motion stays stable, because now, your muscles have built the memory.